Hi, I'm David Brand. I'm an artist based in Ongatungai, and currently I'm in confinement. In case you didn't know, the reason why I'm in confinement is because coronavirus happened. I first heard of it in late December of last year as it spread from Wuhan all across China. By Valentine's of this year, it had become a hot topic locally because everywhere I went to, that's all that everyone was talking about. In the beginning, the virus was used as the butt of every joke. As someone once said, that the Kenyan way of dealing with life is through humor. This banter didn't do much to improve the situation, and that's when the rumors and fear-mongering started. One of the earliest rhetorics that I heard was that the virus couldn't affect young and black people, but then that was proven otherwise because the virus could be contracted by literally anyone. Okay, as the number of cases rose worldwide and new infections are being reported daily, we watched nations go into lockdown, and we knew that in a short amount of time that this would be the case here. That's when people started stocking up on things and I'd say panic buying stuff. And I remember once walking to a supermarket and finding the whole aisle of hand sanitizers and hand wash had been cleared like everything. I also panicked a little bit because I remember asking my friend what would happen, what would the future look like if I have a virus or if someone close to me already has contracted the virus. When the rules of social gathering and curfew were announced, I knew I had to make changes because I'm the one who usually runs errands for my family. So every time I went out, I had to make sure I wore a face mask. I stayed 6 feet apart, no handshakes, and I'd sanitize my hands every time I entered into a place and walked out of a place. For someone who is introverted like me, I wasn't like much affected because I'm a homebody, so I only made a few adjustments. I've stayed in touch with my friends online. I found new connections online. Found support groups online. I get my news online. I mean, it's all good being online until it eats into my time that I would have spent being productive. The reality of the present is challenging. With the collapse of our normal routines, it's up to us to create new bits to count our days to. The reality of the present is adjusting, adopting new guidelines into our standards of living. The reality of the present is all the hours spent on our electronic extensions in search of entertainment and connection. The reality is being ambivalent to the headlines. The reality
is being vigilant.
staying safe as we go from place to place and avoiding getting sucked into harmful narratives. So the idea that came to me was like a walkthrough guide to being aware of the present, just being in the moment. So it started like tea being sipped, and then because tea is a stimulant, and then relaxing, breathing in, breathe out, thinking, observing. Yeah, that's the thing that came to me.
Okay, so in short, your concept is time.
At the beginning, people say that the isolation was a good time for an artist. I'd use an example of William Shakespeare, who wrote King Lear while in isolation. Normally, but not always, I'm up by 7 a.m. and spend an hour before breakfast deciding on what I want to do for the day. After which, I'll attempt to stay healthy by keeping fit, but then that's not the case all the time. And then record my ideas before I start to create stuff. Well, in confinement, I've improved in my writing, drawn more, taught myself to paint, designed a bunch of stuff. I even made a short film. My biggest accomplishments came in the form of opening up to the world by starting my own Instagram page, Dew House. My fear of sharing my work has been released. In a matter of a few weeks, I have seen my profile grow, and I'm inspired to turn my dreams into a commercial business. Moving forward, I'm going to take with me the experience that I've had because they've built my spirit, preparing me for what's to come. Okay, I've received love and compassion from different people, and I intend to do the same in return. I've learned to count my blessings, and by being grateful, I have learned to celebrate the presents that life gives. When this is over, I'm for sure not gonna take certain things for granted, and I'm gonna value every moment that I have with people. Yes. Bye.